I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Julian Watson.
This is the Dark Zone Mafia Power Hour. Today we're going to take a look at Bob's Burgers Free Comic Book Day. So, this year's Free Comic Book Day is almost upon us.
Oh.
And because of that, I thought it'd be a good idea to take a look at a few from years past. I like the Bob's Burgers cartoon. Never read the comic. Figured what the hell, give it a try, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of this cover?
I like it. It's
Yeah?
funny.
It's a way different art style.
Yeah.
First story in this is Tina's Erotic Friend Fiction Presents Tina Tanic, written by Rachel Hastings with art by Brad Rader. Luis's Unsolved Mysteries and Curious Curiosities presents Bizarre Bazaar, written by Justin Hook, art by Tom Riggin, colored by Derek Schroeder. Jean's Rhymey Rhymes That Could One Day Be Songs presents Where the Fried Things Are, by Annalise Waddington and Kimball Shirley. Cover art by John Soto. So, starts off with Tina being the captain of the Titanic, with Jimmy Jr. as her first mate. And she's mentioning the fact that the Titanic is unsinkable a lot. As they're traveling along, Jimmy Jr. decides that he's going to go to the ball because he must dance. But Tina knows they shouldn't abandon their post and decides to get an old Victrola and dance with Jimmy Jr. here. Meanwhile, Jean and Luis are in the bird's nest and discover an iceberg up ahead. They think it's probably no big deal because it looks pretty small, but they finally remember that icebergs are larger under the water than they are on top of the water and sound the alarm. Unfortunately, Tina was so busy dancing that she ran right into it, and just like the real Titanic, she broke the ship. But this is Tina's erotic story. It's not going to end that way. So she has the kids, all of the crew in this is apparently kids from school, start patching it up and gets out the Victrola to give them music to work to. And then after the ship is all repaired, Jimmy Jr. finally gives her that kiss. Overall, this is a pretty good one. The art is not quite Bob's Burger style, but pretty damn close.
Yeah.
This is probably the closest to the cartoon, both in terms of like the way it's written and the way it's drawn.
Yeah.
So it starts off with Bob and Luis at a bazaar looking for some sort of food that they can put on a hamburger so that they can upsell a burger of the day. They stumble in to a bizarre looking tent where the lady tries to warn them that everything that she has is medicinal or mystical. But Luis thinks they should go ahead and try the pineapples anyway. The old lady states that the pineapples are magic and that if you eat a piece, you'll do whatever the person who gave it to you says. She gives it to Bob, telling him he's going to buy all of her pineapples, and then he does. But Luis knows that her dad is just a sucker, so they may not actually be magical. But over the course of the day, everybody that you see in the cartoon starts coming into the restaurant and just keeps eating and eating and eating these burgers. And I don't blame them. I would eat a bunch of those, but I'm allergic to citrus foods. So eventually they figure out that what's causing everyone to eat and eat and eat is because they put a sign up stating that they're supposed to do that as long as the day lasts. And that's the power of these pineapples. It's causing people to just keep eating and eating. Tina tries distracting people with the power of Caporia. What is that exactly? Caparia? I don't know. I don't know how I say it.
I know how to say it, I just can't remember.
And then Jean goes streaking through the restaurant, but neither of those things work, not surprisingly. But as soon as the sun sets, everybody's finally able to go and vomit from eating way too many burgers. And then Linda tries one, but she thinks it's disgusting because she doesn't want pineapple on her burger. And then we come to the story that's clearly inspired by Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah.
And it has the weirdest art style for a Bob's Burger story. What do you think of this art style?
It's interesting.
I think it's cool to see all the characters done in such a completely different style.
Yeah.
I think Gene could have been done a little bit better, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gene is running around in a hamburger outfit. Does he have one of those in the cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's running around in a hamburger outfit, causing mischief and mayhem. So Bob and Linda send him to his room with just one plate of food. And while there, his bedroom turns into an ocean and he floats away to a land where everybody looks like a member of his family, but as giant anthropomorphic food. And at first they decide to chase him, just like in Where the Wild Things Are. This is incredibly inspired by that.
Yeah.
But Gene starts playing on his keyboard, and instead of chasing him, they form a conga line. What the hell is Louise supposed to be? I know it states it in here. Is she a French fry?
Maybe.
The bunny ears are throwing me off. Yeah, she's a French fry. Yeah, so unfortunately, Gene didn't pack extra batteries and his keyboard dies. The anthropomorphic food is really sad to see him go. When he gets home, he's going to eat the hamburger and fries, but decides instead he's just going to eat the cheese that he hid under his bed, which is a Gene-like thing to do.
Yeah.
And then we get so many ads.
Yeah.
So, they gave us a lot of story considering this free comic book day edition. So I think it's fine. But there are a lot of ads in the back of this. Bob's Burgers, Animal Jam, Grumpy Cat. They can't possibly still be making that one, right?
I don't know.
Grumpy Cat and Garfield. Sure, why not? Seems like a good team up. What is this Alice in Wonderland, do you know?
I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't know what any of these comics are, honestly. I know what Mighty Mouse is. I just didn't know Mighty Mouse had a comic through Dynamite. And I also did not know that Betty Boop had a comic through Dynamite.
Yeah.
Or did I know that the Shadow and Batman teamed up in a Dynamite comic? But I'm kind of interested in checking that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should see if we could track down a copy of that. So overall, what did you think of this? Did it make you want to seek out the actual Bob's Burgers comics, or at least go and watch the cartoon?
Yeah, probably watch cartoon.
I think I would actually read more of the comic because it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it enough. You got anything else?
No.
All right, let's go make some comics. We didn't create the comics that were featured in today's episode, but we did create these. Check out Ghost Assassin in the Cards and the Chihuahua Who Flew Away mini comic, both of which were written by me. The Chihuahua Who Flew Away was illustrated
by me.